You have brand analytics. You have customer reviews. Do you actually need tools to conduct effective Amazon listing optimization? My answer is yes, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing my favorite tools, the ones that we've used to help over 2,000 brands find success on Amazon and beyond. We've been doing Amazon listing optimization since 2016, which means that I have tried a lot of tools, and today's are 4 favorite that we're using every single day to help businesses identify the winning keywords and the strategy that they need to kill it on Amazon. So the first 2 tools that I want to talk about are keyword tools, and the second 2 I would say fall more into the creative research side of things. So first things first, DataDive is an amazing keyword tool for a few reasons. One is it helps speed up the process of evaluating those really high opportunity keywords that you need for good SEO to be able to rank and index properly and hopefully drive some organic traffic and not rely solely on your ad spend. However, DataDive is not a one and done keyword tool, but what it does well is it quickly identifies a lot of those high value keywords. And not only that, but then it makes the actual writing and optimizing part of the listing also really fast. I love that when you are looking at putting together a title or your bullets or your product description, it marks not only which keywords you use, but then it gives you a score of your keyword juice, essentially how much SEO value your listing has based upon the keywords that you've used and how you have used them. So it's really great both for identifying those important keywords and then utilizing those. However, one of the big drawbacks of DataDive is that it does not allow you to refine the keywords in a way that gives more granularity and specificity to your unique product. So perhaps you're selling something and it has a few items in it, some sort of bundle, or maybe you are selling a supplement or a skincare item that has a few different ingredients, or perhaps you're selling something that has a few different kinds of applications. DataDive is just going to give you the most obvious or most literal interpretation of your product, which means that you are likely going to be having some blind spots of keywords that you're missing out on if you are only relying on its results. And so for this reason, we combine DataDive with Helium 10, which is a fantastic tool, and it gives you a lot of different things. So you can do a reverse ASIN search, which would be similar to a DataDive, but you can also use Magnet, which is personally one of my favorite tools. It's also great because if you're going on to Walmart, then you can do your keyword research for Walmart as well. With Magnet, though, you can get really precise and identify some of those more specific to your item or brand keywords that are going to move that needle. So let's say that you are selling some sort of mug, an on-the-go mug. It's insulated, and it's specifically for matcha. And you discover that there aren't any matcha-specific portable insulated mugs out there. All of them are more general that are going to be your Yeti type or Stanley type. Of course, we don't want to be using other companies' branded keywords, but just more general, and they're not specific to matcha. So if you're only using what DataDive is giving you, then you're going to be having a big blind spot for all of those green tea and matcha and tea related keywords that are very important to understanding your brand and targeting your specific customer base. So we would then want to go over to Magnet and search things like green tea mug or matcha insulated cup, terms like that, to begin to unearth some of those keywords that are going to be highly targeted to what we're selling. Perhaps you even find keywords like matcha lover gift or matcha essentials. So essentially in this way, you're able to combine DataDive and Helium 10 together to paint a very full picture so that your SEO strategy is locked and loaded to maximize your full potential. So my two favorite creative tools are, first of all, ChatGPT. This is great for a few reasons. One is it's fantastic for ideation and coming up with ideas. It helps to rephrase things, or even acting as a more robust version of a thesaurus. And it helps me find different ways of saying things and phrasing things and breaking through writer's block and making sure that I'm also not missing out on anything. It's also fantastic because I am not a photographer, but sometimes it's difficult to communicate exactly what I want a photographer or designer to do. So I can use now the integrated image generation functionality of ChatGPT to create mock-up images that I can give to the designer or photographer so that they understand the concept that we have in mind, so that we can all be on the same page when it comes to creating a really refined Amazon listing. Because one thing that's super important is that your whole strategy has to work together in a cohesive way. So your keywords need to be reflective of how you're wanting to position yourself and who you are wanting to target as far as a customer base is concerned. And then your creative needs to be speaking directly to your target customer. They need to be represented in the imagery. They need to be centered in your copy, and it all needs to tell the same story. And so making sure when you have different people involved in different things, it's critical that you can get everybody on the same page and around a unified strategy. So ChatGPT is also fantastic for that. If you want to know more about how we use ChatGPT to write faster, better copy, I will include a link down below to a video that details our process for working with that. It's also fantastic for analyzing reviews and for finding some of those important morsels that you want to call out and connect with when you are writing the copy for your listing. And last but not least, PickFu is a fantastic tool for Amazon listing optimization, particularly because obviously once you make something live, if it doesn't do well, that can be really expensive, particularly if you're spending a lot on ads to drive traffic to your product pages and they are not dialed in and ready to convert, then you could be losing a lot of money very quickly, which is why PickFu is so great, because PickFu gives you the ability to test how people are going to respond to your main image or your bullet points or your A+ content, even your packaging and the various aspects of your product design. You can test so many different things and get real life feedback from potential customers, because you can make sure that you are creating your pool of poll responders to be lookalike to who your target customer is. So you're able to get meaningful data that then you can use to iterate and refine and make sure that by the time you are making that Amazon listing live for real customers, that it is as tight as it needs to be to maximize its full sales potential. So those are our current 4 favorite tools, but I know that there are always everyday new tools entering the scene. So if you think that there's something that we should try and we haven't, please drop it in the comments below. Or if one of my favorite tools is also one of your favorite tools, I'd love to know. And if you are really eager to take your Amazon listing to the next level, then you should definitely watch this next video, which is sharing my top secrets to create high converting Amazon listings after looking at over 8,000 listings in the last 8 years. So be sure to check that out, and I will see you soon. Bye.